English Garden by George Bernard Shaw, 1856 to 1950. My love for an English garden, it knows no bounds. I will never have to ask for pardon as I stroll these lovely grounds. Many are the shrubs, bushes and flowers, they fill my heart with joy. Here I have spent many happy hours, for most of the flowers are shy and very coy. Hollyhocks abound in every colour and hue, great delight I find in every nook and cranny. A few of the flowers are for me new. Most of the names I was taught by my dear granny. I have wandered around gardens of all kinds in most parts of this wonderful earth. There is something in a garden that my soul binds. Nature shares with me every new birth. But an English garden such as Kew, gardeners put on a wonderful show that refreshes me through and through, and I am sure it will you if you take the trouble to go. Okay, this is a poem by George Bernard Shaw. George Bernard Shaw was an Irishman. He was born in Dublin. His father was an alcoholic. His mother was a music teacher. Bernard Shaw, GBS, had great problems earning enough money to support himself as a writer. He never went to university, although he helped to found the London School of Economics. Okay, so he wrote a lot of plays. And he was basically a playwright. He was a left-wing campaigner. He was a member of the Fabian Society, with people like H.G. Wells and Emmeline Pankhurst, Votes for Women. Let's see. This is about an English garden. Now, George Bernard Shaw was a really keen gardener. He loved gardening, a very British hobby. And his death was actually caused by, I think he was on a ladder trying to prune a tree, aged 94, and he fell, and that resulted in his death. So what's this about? This is talking about his love for nature, his connection with nature. And I think the variety of nature, but nature is life, is the variety of situations, the variety of people, the variety of nature. My love for an English garden, it knows no bounds. I will never have to ask for pardon as I stroll these lovely grounds. So there's no need to ask for pardon to enjoy a beautiful garden. Enjoying nature is something that is free for everyone, that you don't need money for it, yeah? Many are the shrubs and bushes and flowers. They fill my heart with joy. So there's a huge variety of different plants. Here I have spent many happy hours, for most of the flowers are shy and very coy. So shy and coy, this means timid. So there are a huge variety, and many flowers are very timid. They're not that you have to commune with them. You have to spend time looking at them to appreciate them properly, because if you just walk past, you don't see them. So maybe this is the idea of stopping to smell the flowers in life. Stop rushing from place to place, but stop and smell the flowers. Stop and look and appreciate the beauty of nature. Hollyhocks abound in every colour and hue. Okay, a hollyhock is a tall plant with flowers this sort of size, and they're everywhere, and they have every colour, every tinge of colour. Great delight I find in every nook and cranny. A few of the flowers for me are new. Most of the names I was taught by my dear granny. So there are hollyhocks and all types of flowers and plants all over the garden, and if you look carefully into every corner, into every nook and cranny, you will find different things growing, because everything has its own place, its own habitat. And there are always new flowers, there are always flowers that you don't know. And his love of gardens was taught to him by his grandmother. And I think the love of plants and love of flowers is something that is passed down from generation to generation to generation. My grandmother loved flowers, and I think I passed my love of flowers on to my daughter as well. So love of the appreciation of nature is something generational. I have wandered around gardens of all kinds in most parts of this wonderful earth. There is something in a garden that my soul binds. Nature shares with me every new birth. So he has been to gardens all over the world. And it's wonderful to look at different gardens in different types of countries, because different types of things grow. I would strongly recommend the botanical garden in Candy. There is something in a garden that my soul binds. So we are connected, our souls are connected, our very being is connected with nature. We are connected with the plants that grow around us. We are all part of the same thing. And nature shares with me every new birth. For the birth of every plant I grow, because I am part of nature, and these plants are part of nature. But in an English garden such as Kew, gardeners put on a wonderful show. And I think he's saying that English gardens are the best, or are some of the best, and Kew Gardens is a fantastic place, and I strongly recommend it as well. Gardeners put on a wonderful show. So there are beautiful flowers. It's a beautiful thing to view, that refreshes me through and through. That is something that refreshes him completely. I am sure if you take the trouble to go. So if you take the trouble to go to a good quality English garden such as Kew, it will be something memorable. It's something beautiful that you will always remember. So I would recommend this as well. I strongly recommend Kew Gardens, or even the Botanical Garden in Oxford. So enough anyway. We are part of nature. Nature is part of us. The world around us that grows is part of our nature. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. English Garden by George Bernard Shaw.